Okay, so let's have a look how to perform James Bond theme in C for piano part. So you have to really double check which part are you trying to learn. So it actually will say right here that you're playing your piano part. Now, the main key signature is actually F minor, which has 4 black keys for the piano. And we will start playing from note C, which is note 5 in F minor scale. So it's a 5th degree of the F minor scale. Now the time signature here you have is 4/4, which means you're supposed to have 4 beats or 4 seconds in each bar. This space we call a measure or 1 bar, and we count so on: 2nd bar, 3rd bar, 4th bar, and so on. You're basically supposed to know that already. Now we're playing in a treble clef, which means we're supposed to use our right hand. If you are having troubles playing with just one hand, you can use both hands, so it's more comfortable for you. So it's up to you how to play this. You can use only right hand or you can use both hands. Now the tempo here is 120 per crochet, so 120 per 1 crochet. So it's basically moderate tempo. I'll play it for you later so you can actually hear how it's supposed to sound. Now here we have a sign which we call crescendo. We use Italian words how to describe meanings and all of the signs in music. The whole world uses Italian language. So this crescendo sign means we're supposed to go from the softest sound to the loudest sound, but we're supposed to do it gradually, step by step. So if you hear the main theme of James Bond later on in the listening task, you can hear how it actually develops in this section. So in the 2nd bar we can see another sign which is sort of opposite one. We call it diminuendo, which is the opposite one when you go from the loudest sound to the softest sound, also step by step, so you go gradually. And then the other 2 bars is exactly the same, repeat again, and you do the same thing with the dynamics. Alright, moving on. So in this bar you can see with the rhythm we have half notes, which is pretty easy, so you have to hold them for 2 seconds. Then we have quaver notes and semiquavers. So 2 semiquavers are twice as fast as 1 quaver. So again, you can listen to the soundtrack on YouTube later on in our listening task, and you can find out how long you're supposed to hold each note. Okay, let's move on. So this rhythm basically repeats for every single bar in this phrase, which is really easy. Only the notes are a tiny bit different. For example, in this bar you have F, G, and in this bar you have F, A flat. A flat is the black key straight away. And then it repeats again and again up until these few bars. Okay, next phrase is exactly the same copy of the 2nd phrase. So you basically, once you learn the 1st phrase, you already will know how to play the 2nd phrase, which is actually pretty easy for you then. Now we have an introduction section here again. We have exactly the same notes, exactly the same dynamics. Yes. And then we start the second section, which has some new signs in here. So we have this tiny sign which looks like crescendo sign or diminuendo sign, sorry, and it means we have it's called an accent. It means we have to emphasize this note more than the other notes, so we have to hit that note tiny bit louder than this note, for example, and so on. So this note is a bit softer, and the accent note again is a little bit louder and softer here again. So we have a few more accents there. And again, if you listen to the soundtrack on YouTube, you can hear these accents in the main melody. They're really obvious. And it's actually really easy to perform, but you will need to practice that a little bit to be able to hit these notes louder than the other notes. Now we have this sign here as well, which means we're supposed to repeat this whole phrase once more, but we have to come back after we finish playing it once. We have to come back only to here and do that phrase again. Yes, so this sign, as you can see it, we call it repeat sign. So you have to come back to this repeat sign from this side and play the whole music again. Okay, I'm gonna try and play it for you now so you can hear it. I hope this play helped you to notice the change of the dynamics and the change of accent, as well as repeated last phrase. Okay, good luck with your playing.